Chapter 71 of the Old Curiosity Shop. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recorded by Mill Nicholson. The Old Curiosity Shop by Charles Dickens. Chapter 71. The dull red glow of a wood fire, for no lamp or candle burnt within the room, showed him a figure seated on the hearth with its back towards him, bending over the fitful light. The attitude was that of one who sought the heat. It was, and yet was not. The stooping posture and the cowering form were there, but no hands were stretched out to meet the grateful warmth. No shrug or shiver compared its luxury with the piercing cold outside. With limbs huddled together, head bowed down, arms crossed upon the breast, and fingers tightly clenched, it rocked to and fro upon its seat without a moment's pause, accompanying the action with the mournful sound he had heard. The heavy door had closed behind him on his entrance with a crash that made him start. The figure neither spoke, nor turned to look, nor gave in any other way the faintest sign of having heard the noise. The form was that of an old man, his white head akin in colour to the mouldering embers upon which he gazed. He and the failing light and dying fire, the time-worn room, the solitude, the wasted life and gloom, were all in fellowship, ashes and dust and ruin. Kit tried to speak, and did pronounce some words, though what they were he scarcely knew. Still the same terrible low cry went on, still the same rocking in the chair, the same stricken figure was there, unchanged and heedless of his presence. He had his hand upon the latch, when something in the form, distinctly seen as one log broke and fell, and, as it fell, blazed up, arrested it. He returned to where he had stood before, advanced a pace, another still, another, and he saw the face. Yes, changed as it was, he knew it well. 'Master!' he cried, stooping on one knee, and catching at his hand. 'Dear master, speak to me!' The old man turned slowly towards him, and muttered in a hollow voice, 'This is another. How many of these spirits there have been to-night?' 'No spirit, master. No one but your old servant. You know me now, I'm sure. Miss Nell, where is she? Where is she?' 'They all say that,' cried the old man. 'They all ask the same question. A spirit.' 'Where is she?' demanded Kit. 'Oh, tell me but that, dear master.' 'She is asleep yonder, in there.' 'Thank God!' 'Ay, thank God!' returned the old man. 'I have prayed to him many and many and many a livelong night when she has been asleep. He knows. Hark! Did she call?' 'I heard no voice.' 'You did? You hear her now. Do you tell me that you don't hear that?' He started up and listened again. 'Nor that?' he cried with a triumphant smile. 'Can anybody know that voice so well as I? Hush! Hush!' Motioning to him to be silent, he stole away into another chamber. After a short absence, during which he could be heard to speak in a softened, soothing tone, he returned, bearing in his hand a lamp. 'She is still asleep,' he whispered. 'You were right. She did not call, unless she did so in her slumber. She has called to me in her sleep before now, sir. As I have sat by watching, I have seen her lips move, and have known, though no sound came from them, that she spoke of me. I feared the light might dazzle her eyes and wake her, so I brought it here.' He spoke rather to himself than to the visitor. But when he had put the lamp upon the table, he took it up, as if impelled by some momentary recollection or curiosity, and held it near his face. Then, as if forgetting his motive in the very action, he turned away and put it down again. 'She is sleeping soundly,' he said, 'but no wonder. Angel hands have strewn the ground deep with snow, that the lightest footstep may be lighter yet, and the very birds are dead, that they may not wake her. She used to feed them, sir. Though never so cold and hungry, the timid things would fly from us. They never flew from her.' Again he stopped to listen, and scarcely drawing breath, listened for a long, long time. That fancy past, he opened an old chest, took out some clothes as fondly as if they had been living things, and began to smooth and brush them with his hand. 'Why dost thou lie so idle there, dear Nell,' he murmured, 'when there are bright red berries out of doors, waiting for thee to pluck them? Why dost thou lie so idle there, when thy little friends come creeping to the door, crying, "Where is Nell, sweet Nell?" and sob and weep because they do not see thee? She was always gentle with children. The wildest would do her bidding. She had a tender way with them. Indeed she had.' Kit had no power to speak. His eyes were filled with tears. 'Her little homely dress, her favourite!' cried the old man, pressing it to his breast, and patting it with his shrivelled hand. 'She will miss it when she wakes. They have hid it here in sport, but she shall have it, she shall have it. I would not vex my darling for the wide world's riches. See here, these shoes, how worn they are. She kept them to remind her of our last long journey. You see where the little feet went bare upon the ground. They told me afterwards that the stones had cut and bruised them. She never told me that. No, no, God bless her! And I have remembered since, she walked behind me, sir, that I might not see how lame she was. But yet she had my hand in hers, and seemed to lead me still.' He pressed them to his lips, and having carefully put them back again, went on communing with himself, looking wistfully from time to time towards the chamber he had lately visited. 'She was not wont to be a lie-a-bed, but she was well then. We must have patience. When she is well again, she will rise early as she used to do, and ramble abroad in the healthy morning time. I often tried to track the way she had gone, but her small footstep left no print upon the dewy ground to guide me. Who is that? Shut the door, quick! Have we not enough to do? Drive away that marble cold, and keep her warm.' The door was indeed opened, for the entrance of Mr Garland and his friend, accompanied by two other persons. These were the schoolmaster and the bachelor. The former held a light in his hand. He had, it seemed, but gone to his own cottage to replenish the exhausted lamp, at the moment when Kit came up and found the old man alone. He softened again at sight of these two friends, and laying aside the angry manner, if to anything so feeble and so sad the term can be applied, in which he had spoken when the door opened, resumed his former seat, and subsided by little and little into the old action, and the old dull wandering sound. Of the strangers he took no heed whatever. He had seen them, but appeared quite incapable of interest or curiosity. The younger brother stood apart. The bachelor drew a chair towards the old man, and sat down close beside him. After a long silence, he ventured to speak. 'Another night, and not in bed?' he said softly. 'I hoped you would be more mindful of your promise to me. Why do you not take some rest?